I went to the Pursuit of Truth, so I thought I'd share a good story with you for once on the Pursuit of Truth to do with cancer treatment. Now, I hope this isn't like, when I used to grow up, I used to watch something called Tomorrow's World, and they'd always bring up these things and say, well, look, they've got this, and then you'd think, and then at the end of it say, well, it's still in research, or it's, it could take years to come out. Why are you bringing us to hope, and then in the years to come, it never comes out? So I hope this isn't one of these things that we get a lot on the news, where they talk about these things and put everyone's hopes up, and then to find out that it hasn't even got into clinical stages, or it might not even succeed. I don't know. It's just because the hope is that cancer and dementia and things like these are horrible diseases that we should have found cures for, and HIV and AIDS a long time ago. And if we were, this is why I'm bringing this into the Pursuit of Truth, because, like I say, the system that we live within, it doesn't work for the majority of us. The 6 billion of us it doesn't work for. It only works for those who already have money, or find it easy to obtain money, and then get every pleasure that they possibly have in their existence, whereas the rest of us just have to toil to keep this wheel rolling. By wheel, I mean hamster wheel, not globe wheel. So, a lot of people probably listen to these things. Well, I don't actually. 3 people listen to these things. But if you ever do listen to these things, you're probably going to say, oh, wow, there's no better system, and, it's good enough what we have. Well, yeah, it's good enough if you live in the West. Not good enough if you live in these poor countries. Or these countries that are not being able to advance, even though humanity has advanced and knows how to advance. And it's all being held back because of money and power and position and greed, and keeping everything in the same way so we can use people. Not me, big businesses can use people to make money by having factories in poorer countries and then selling it to richer countries and making a big profit, all that kind of stuff. But if you think about cancer, the statistics change every year. Used to be 1 in 4, 1 in 3, now it's 1 in 2 people. Soon it'll be everyone. But 1 in 2 people, if it is true that 1 in 2 people will have cancer or know someone who has cancer in their lifetime, then this affects you. So why would you don't want to get that, you don't want to see one of your loved ones get that. So why would we live or choose to vote in a system that always is going to make it so that we can never find a cure for cancer? Because these big pharmaceutical companies are making lots of money out of chemotherapy and radiation that doesn't really work, because it kills the good cells and the bad cells, and it's very painful and horrible. And most people with cancer, they go into remission for 5 years and then they end up still dying of cancer. So it's just it lengthens your life, but it doesn't really cure it. Only very few cases to get cured, isn't it? So if we'd all been working together, because like this news article says, all scientists will be happy with this cancer drug. Well, I doubt it, because they don't share information with each other, because I assume these scientists are working for some big pharmaceutical company, or it's being funded by them, even if it is through, say a university or something. It'll be being funded by some pharmaceutical company who want to keep it to themselves, because they'll be wanting to make money out of it, because that's the world we live in. It isn't about helping the advancement or the ease of humanity. It's about making money, more money than your competition. So whoever it is isn't going to be sharing this out so that we can all get to this quickly. It's taken 20 years for this person to bring this. I don't know. How has it taken 20 years? All the people that died here, for that person to take 20 years, where if all the scientists that were working on cancer treatments could share all the information, it wasn't all about money and, I want to get this and make this pill and then sell it and then, make all this money for my pharmaceutical company. I'm sure the person doing it isn't thinking about that. They're thinking about, I want to find a cure. Probably either for fame or for finding a cure because they know someone who died of it and they want to find a cure. But the problem is they can't do it without the pharmaceutical company's money. And so it slows, this is what I'm saying, the system that we live in slows down the progression of humanity, because this system doesn't work. It shackles us. So you can, why are we still living in that system then? If 1 in 2 of us is going to possibly get cancer, wouldn't you want to find a treatment quickly? And we could do that because we have all these minds. We all have these great minds. We've been given this, it's not nothing. I think it's in the Quran, it says that nothing that's out there doesn't have an answer. It's just when God gives it to you or when humans find it. Something like that. I don't know if it's the Quran or Hadith. But, that's true because we always do find things along the way. But the problem is our stupidity is what's getting in the way by keeping in this system where, we want to make money and possession and greed and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, here's the story. You can, I've already sort of loaded it up, haven't I? But, yeah, do your own research, I should say, and have your own opinions.
Paul Kelso there, and of course the next Bank of England decision tomorrow at midday. We'll have the decision, of course, live as it's announced with full expert analysis, full build-up as well throughout the morning and here on Sky News Today with Wilfred Frost. Now, a pill that appears to kill off all solid cancer tumours and leave healthy cells unaffected has been developed by scientists in America. The tablet's been in development for the past 20 years, is currently undergoing preclinical research in humans following successful tests on animals. The drug targets a cancerous variant of a protein called proliferating cell nuclear antigen, or PCNA. Preclinical studies suggest it's effective in treating cells derived from breast, prostate, brain, ovarian, cervical, skin and lung cancers. Let's get more on this with Sky's Alice Porter. And Alice, it's a fabulously encouraging headline, and it has been in development for quite some time, but there's a long way to go.
There is a long way to go, but I think this is certainly something that many scientists today will be celebrating around the world, because this is a targeted chemotherapy which can kill cancer tumours but leave other cells unharmed. Well, how does it do that? Well, this pill in question, it targets a protein which is almost always found in cancer, and this specific type of protein, it helps tumours to multiply and grow, which of course is bad news. So the pill selectively kills cancer cells, which you can see on the left there, by disrupting their normal reproductive cycle, but it doesn't crucially interrupt the reproductive cycle of healthy stem cells. And one of the reasons why the study is so significant is because this protein in question, PCNA, it was previously thought to be too challenging to have any therapy which specifically targeted. Now, this research has been coming from City of Hope, which is in the US, and it's one of the US's leading cancer research institutes. And Dr. Linda Malkins has been developing this pill for almost 20 years, and she described what the significance of targeting this PCNA means. She said PCNA is like a major airline terminal hub containing multiple plane gates. Our cancer-killing pill is like a snowstorm that closes a key airline hub, shutting down all flights in and out only in planes carrying cancer cells. It's quite a vivid metaphor there. But what we're hearing is that the first phase of a clinical trial in humans has started, and an individual did receive the pill in October. So I think it's good to sort of stress that this is now being tested in humans. It was previously being tested on animals. But the AOH 1996, that's what it's being called, and it's been named that after a little girl who sadly did die from cancer. And Dr. Linda Malkins, who I mentioned, she met the father of this little girl, and that really inspired a lot of her research. But this drug has been tested on more than 70 cell lines, and the drug has been shown to be effective in treating cancer cells from a variety of different cancers, from lung, from brain, from ovarian. So I think that's one of the reasons why this is so exciting to so many scientists today.
Alice Porter, thanks so much. Another possible cancer break, which could be used to help.
This is about AI. I'm supposed to be doing this as well. It's about AI.
Alice Porter, thanks so much. Another possible cancer breakthrough as well, this time thanks to AI, which could be used to help radiologists detect more breast cancers and half the workload for staff. Well, a study published in the Lancet Oncology review involving more than 80,000 women in Sweden has suggested AI could make screenings more accurate and efficient. Breast cancer is the most common form of cancer in the UK, claiming more than 11,000 lives every year. Time for some of the day's other stories now.
Yeah, very good. So you see, scientists around the world will be happy. Well, I suppose they will, but they'll all be trying to find cures themselves, isn't it? That's the only thing. They won't be happy because they won't be able to share the information. So this sort of trying to clump all scientists together is factually inaccurate, no? Well, I suppose they may all be excited, but I suppose, you know, that's... Well, I don't know, not all of them may not be, because they'd be thinking, well, I didn't get to this cure, but it's just trying to put them all together in this... I don't know. Anyway, take care, take it easy. God bless and peace.